Hiya, everyone! Velocity here, back in action for more. Uh, we're on the next part attraction. I'm hoping this is the last part because, believe it or not, we are literally just a screen away from saying to be continued. So frankly, Prosecutor's Path, what the fuck? Why does Chapter 3 have so many interludes? Still, April 2nd, 2:33 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery. Fountain Patio. I have a report. We have detected traces of Dormillion from the teapot. You can't be serious. Just like Mr. Edgeworth said. Darn it! Did Mr. Edgeworth take the title of the best from me again? Mr. The Best, it seems like you have a session of being the best. But when you're on a case, winning and losing is of no importance. What are you saying? Obviously, it's best to be the best at everything! You can't understand that, then you have no business being a prosecutor. What? Please stop harassing Sebastian. Sebastian, a person of your caliber has no need to listen to such things. Steve, yeah, you're right. Please leave this to me. Why don't you go check on the victim's condition? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll be right back then. Alright, I'll be waiting. Judge Courtney is much more troublesome than Mr. The Best. Well then. Miss Curator? Can you tell us why Dormillion was discovered in the teapot? I was not aware that it contained such a chemical. I suppose it may have been an ingredient for a detergent I had used. So you're saying that you did not put it in deliberately? No, of course not. There is no way for me to know how to create the poison gas. Despite being a former actress, seems you're not very good at lying. What do you mean? The Angel's recipe is in your possession, and the method to create the poison gas is contained inside that recipe book. So you must have known how to create it. I'm surprised you knew about that. Miss Curator, is this true? It's true that information about the poison gas is contained in one of the recipes. However, just because I saw it does not mean that I was responsible for the crime. Could you tell me what set off the poison gas? It was caused by the victim heating the lid of the glass case with a burner. I see. If he locked himself in that room of his own will and then set off the poison gas, wouldn't that suggest suicide? Does she intend to deny it until the bitter end? Furthermore, I wouldn't have been able to obtain a chemical like Mechatoxin X. That may be true, but you could have stolen it from someone else. That reminds me, I met up with Katie a week ago, and that night I realized that my Mechatoxin X was gone. Katie, you couldn't have. Madame Adelasia always carried her medicine bag around with her. Anyone could have stolen it. That's right. Don't have any proof that she was the one who stole it. Kate, can you tell us what you're trying to hide? You know, I'm not the kind of person who would hurt someone without a reason. Monsieur Shields, you doubt me as well? Setting a trap on one of the gallery's exhibits, and then this guy's in the rooms? I just think it would have been impossible for anyone but the curator.
That's not true. There are no guards or security cameras at this gallery. If any ill-intended person wanted to sneak into the gallery, it would have been an easy task for them. Then, isn't it like an all-you-can-steal buffet in here? You have to be careful. You never know when a great thief could appear. It sounds like a joke when Kay says it. Actually, Monsieur Gustavia apparently entered the gallery before it opened.
Well, I'm beat. Looks like Uncle Ray can't do anything to break down Kate's Iron God. This might be a good time to use that technique your old man taught me. The technique my father taught you? This case is deeply connected to the one from 18 years ago. If we just pursue the present case, it may seem like there's a lot we don't understand. But if we try turning things around, there might be a hint in that case from the past. Thinking the other way around. Did my father do that too? For example, just consider the relationship between the past case and Kate. Miss Hall melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures 18 years ago. And today, Mr. Dover's works on display in this gallery. Can't be. She... I see. Now I know what to ask her. That's good to hear. In that case, Uncle Ray will just watch over you as you do your work. Miss Catherine Hall. 18 years ago, it seems that you melted Mr. Dover's sherbet sculpture.
Yes, I was young and inexperienced. I did something inexcusable.
However, isn't that why you were able to open the Zodiac Art Gallery?
I don't know what you mean. I don't understand either. Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you seek her testimony?
Yes, I would like to hear, like her to tell me about the Zodiac Art Gallery. I would like to know the reason she decided to open a gallery from Mr. Dover's artwork. You insist that this is related to the... Oh.
If you insist this is related to the case at hand, I will allow it. Miss Curator, your testimony, if you please. Very well. If that will clear our suspicion about me. Now then, please testify about the Zodiac Art Gallery.
The Zodiac Art Gallery.
18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Aucun's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open up the Zodiac Art Gallery. It's wonderful that your dream has come true. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I don't believe there was anything strange about her testimony.
Judge Courtney, I believe in the courtroom there's a standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there are no contradictions?
You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed as you please.
Rebut! So I don't think we really have anything here for this. This is kind of fluff. Wait, what did you say here? Yeah, 18 years after the fact, so that's fine. This is where I think we should start questioning. Because she doesn't really? Pierre Aucun. That's Mr. Dover's alias, correct?
Yes. It's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France.
About collecting his works. How did he prepare the Tauros and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Dover passed away before he completed those two sculptures.
I had the sculptures in the Winter Palace specially made, based on the photos I took.
Oh? Can you tell us about that in more detail? Okay, but she did not tell that to us in detail. Opening the Zodiac Art Gallery was your dream?
The truth is, I wanted to manage the gallery together with Monsieur Master.
Ooh, I love her little dance.
Singing and dancing, all kinds of sweets. That's the kind of gallery I dreamed about.
Is she planning on staging a musical in here?
Jeffrey Masters disobeyed the Goddess of Law. It's unfortunate, but I'm afraid that your dream will never come to pass. No, Monsieur Master is innocent. The prosecutor at the time did not believe it, but
in order to protect Catherine Hall, Jeffrey Masters gave a false accusation. They were both trying to protect each other. Okay, so did Catherine move the body after discovering it? That would make the most sense. Oh fuck! The sculptures in the Winter Palace are the same as Sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. Unless I point that out to her, you'll be able to find out the truth. They did though. Based on the photos I took. So this is a thing here for sure. By photos, do you mean the ones taken in Isaac Dover's room?
Yes, you seem quite familiar with the events from 18 years ago, Monsieur Edgeworth.
So the sculptures in the Winter Palace were replicas?
Nothing, and I didn't even get to see them once.
No, the Sherbet sculptures shouldn't have been replicas. Miss Hall is obviously lying.
After all the trouble it took to prepare them, it's shame they melted.
The sculptures in the Winter Palace. The same sculptures, Sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. Okay. I think we could get it from here. I don't think they're the same thing though, right? Identical to Sherbet, the victim made 18 years ago. Not really showing it. There's the check button for a little bit, but not quite. We only have the one, and there's no other photo to compare it to. So if we check this. Rock salt lamp. 39. After his own confession, he was convicted of murder. Pro identity. The victim's body thanks there was no appearance of autopsy. And then that. That doesn't have anything that we need in particular. So I guess we're gonna have to go to the 18 years because it's not showing for us. So it's taken a lot of hard work these past 18 years to buy back the mansion.
The place full of my memories with Monsieur Master. It is the only place for me.
I love the little dance.
No matter what, at any cost, I wanted it back.
It looks like she's having fun. Well, she is a former actress. Singing and dancing is a livelihood. Enough with the singing. Please continue your testimony. In order to maintain it, are you managing this gallery by yourself?
Yes, well, I say manage, but it only opened a day. And I must continue protecting this mansion, so that Monsieur Master has a place to return to.
So she took back the mansion for Mr. Master's sake.
hate. So sorry. I was powerless. It's not your fault, Monsieur Shields. I couldn't do anything either. All I can do now is continue to protect the mansion. I prepared replicas of the Sculpture of the Winter based on the photos I took. So that's the Pisces sculpture. And that was in autumn. Identical. It says identical, so I can't really put that out there as an immediate thing. Received. That's not really working for me either. There's gonna be something with this map later on, I'm sure. But a lot of these are just not helpful in the degree that I need it to be. To be like, this is exactly what happened. Based on the photos you took. Hi. I'm so annoyed at this. The sculptures in the winter are the same Sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. They are? Once I point that out to her, I won't be able to find out the truth. Is it the fact that we have to point out they're the same and not replicas? Is that what we're trying to do here? No, that was not it. I'm so annoyed. Those tears were fake. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, this were the same Sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. Unless I point that out to her, I won't be able to find the truth. I was finally able to buy it back. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Joaquin's work from all over the world. The only other thing I could think of is the Pisces sketch, but it's not winter. That's the problem with it, is that it's not. Oh my god. Why is she stumping me so bad on this? And this is made by Pierre Joaquin. Joquite. I know I'm saying that name wrong, but I just don't know what it is. I refuse to correct myself. From all over the world. After all, it was my dream. Her dream? Really? Like, that's the thing that's confusing me about this. Find a gallery where she planning to do a stage musical here. In order to protect Catherine Hall, Jeffrey Masters gave the false confession. What if we point out specifically the case? Was it really your dream, or was it just the fact that you were getting this? Victim's body was found inside a dessert made by the suspect, jailed after their own confession. Your identity. He entered the contest as a cake designer. Body was found in the defendant's room. What's the death was that? There's no direct link towards what I need to
present to her. And that's kind of the problem that I'm having right now. I'm sure I missed something. I prepared replicas of the sculptures of the Winter Palace I took years ago. Photos, you give me the ones taken, and then she's like, yes, I'm quite familiar with the events. Sculptures are replicas, they were melted, and I didn't even get to see them. The sherbet sculptures shouldn't have been replicas? Miss Hall is obviously lying. How? It took to prepare them, it's a shame they melted. The sculptures in the Winter Palace are the same sherbet sculptures from 18 years ago. Unless I point that out to her, I won't be able to find out the truth. But how do I point that out to her? I don't know how to point that out specifically. That's the thing that's confusing me, because I already showed her this. Identical. And then we have this with the art gallery. Summer and then winter. Yeah, it's weird that it's like this. Opening times 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 27 Fahrenheit. There wouldn't really be anything to just like rightly connect that to that. Vanished. No, I don't really need that part. Red replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took. So how do we... Maybe it's the... Can we see if this actually has the little mark on it? Because there's the lanyard right there. And there's that. There's the check button for details. My main problem is that it just doesn't show the other one. So if they're the same... It's like, I'm getting to that point right now where I feel like I'm gaslighting myself into thinking that I didn't press it already. Overuse this to do that. Usually I like check this. Alright. This lift is wet. Maybe he was carrying something that was wet. Did someone move something with this? She could have moved the sculptures. Maybe we use the lift trolley? No, we don't use the lift trolley. No. We're gonna waste fucking everything on this. This is just one of those times where, like, I don't understand what you're trying to do on this particular part. There's Gemini and Taurus. Red replicas. What if we just do this one right here? What if we had to, like, look at the little thing right here? Yeah, there's a mark engraved on the bottom. It says PH. It's because the teapot was created by the sculpture. As the creator, he would engrave his initials onto his works. Ah, but wasn't his real name Isaac Dover? Yes, apparently. The victim of the IS-7 incident created this piece. I'm left to wonder. All these works on the Zodiac Art Gallery is called, like, his creations? That's kind of our biggest sin, I guess, so... No, it's not. I really don't know what it is. I'm so confused. Because, like, I don't have enough evidence to point at it. I don't have enough to, like... There's a PH thing. God. Oh, I hate this. They're the ones from 18 years ago. I get it. I don't think this says anything. I don't think it says anything about, like... Yes, is this. See, it doesn't have anything about that, specifically. So that's why I'm really confused what I need to put down. Traces of salt, sugar, and blood. Oh, there we go. That's it, baby. Objection! Of course it's because we didn't read one fucking thing. Did you really think that our excuses would, continue to hold up? No matter how much you lie, you can't deny the composition of the sculptures. From the analysis results, it's quite clear that the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the Sherbet sculptures Mr. Dover created.
Oi, Millie! As a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes in many different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculpture were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition.
I see. Thank you for the explanation. Oh, I don't recall asking for one. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the Sherbet sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years. What? She preserved the sherbet for 18 whole years? If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible.
Silence, please. Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you'd already uncovered so much.
So you're admitting that you stole the sherbet sculptures?
No. I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing.
Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how could I judge how difficult it would be been to steal them?
Looks like you won't give up so easily.
I don't intend on giving up until I learn the truth.
I understand. Then I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago.
What I did 18 years.
On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging, at Monsieur Master's request, I went to change the film in the camera. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Monsieur Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then that I witnessed Monsieur Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there is anything suspicious about my actions.
That's not your decision to make.
Mr. Edgeworth, were there any contradictions in her testimony?
For now, I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. But when could Miss Hall have stolen them? I can answer that. Her crime should come to light. Well, that's obvious. When she was serving the tea. Waiting in the main hall until the judging. Change the film and the camera. Ooh. Hold it. So you were the only one who could move freely during the judging period.
I certainly would have more freedom to move about than the contestants. However, I couldn't possibly have stolen the sculptures right in front of Monsieur Master. Moreover, upon being asked to change the film, I went directly to the entryway. At Mr. Master's request, she went to change the film in the camera. The Miss Hall stole the sculptures then. She stole them then. She could have. She did take those pictures. I'm gonna say it couldn't have been for now. Yeah. So we're trying to pinpoint that out. I discovered Monsieur Dover's body.
Hold it!
So you entered Mr. Master's room before you delivered the camera? Yes. I heard the sound of something breaking, you see. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? Ah! That was actually the sound of the ship breaking. Someone snuck a bite of it, you see. When the body was discovered, was Mr. Master still judging Mr. Gustavia's room? I am sure that he was. Monsieur Master is the type of person who would carefully judge one room at a time. She found Mr. Dover's body inside Mr. Master's room. Stolen the sculpture then. No, I don't think it could have been then. Okay. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. This is where I think she could have done it. Because remember, that tea was cold.
Hold it!
Did you do so in the same manner as today? Yes, I poured tea out for everyone working in the investigation. Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also got some tea from you that day. Kate was pushing a service car back and forth from the patio to the main building. I see. Did anything seem strange to you then? Well, I remember you, old man, singing praises of her Ceylon tea. And he also said something about how the saucer was chilled. Right there, baby. Right there. The saucer was chilled? I told y'all! Yes. That was when you stole the Sherbet sculptures. I'm sorry, but Monsieur Shields and company were in the fountain patio, the entire time. Are you saying that I stole them in broad daylight? That's precisely what I'm saying. This is where she hid the sculpture to steal them right under their noses.
Take that!
Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. When you were pushing around was no ordinary service cart. It was the sculpture itself! But surely it would have been impossible. If she placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would have noticed immediately.
Objection!
I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures. What? What do you mean? Then what did she use to move the sculptures around? This is what Miss Hall used to transport the sculptures. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Lift trolley. And this is... This is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move his Sherbet sculptures. It seems the same lift trolley lies here in the fountain patio. That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place. Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures? Yes. If the sculpture were placed on the lift trolley and then covered with a tablecloth, it could have been disguised as a service cart and moved without arousing suspicion. How could that be?
So the sauces were chilled because they were sitting on the ice sculptures? Hey,
What's the meaning of this?
what were you trying? What were you thinking?
That was truly impressive. You certainly are Monsieur Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained. But I knew it was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Miss Curator, does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the serpent sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room.